Hey, it's Khalees. If you're new, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to share some physical must-have items for law school. As someone who doesn't like to have a lot of things, these 15 items have been essential during my time as a law student. Some items on this list will be true of other professions or just of going to school in general, but I hope my reasoning will show you why they are especially important for law students. Here are 15 physical must-have items for law students. When I stepped into law school, I was surprised by how formally dressed some people were. Some people were wearing heels, blazers, and collared shirts, and then there was me in jeans and a sweatshirt. And my law school's on the West Coast, which is supposed to be more relaxed. Although the formality of clothing tends to die down during exam season, some people dress pretty formally throughout the year. In addition to having business casual clothing for school, it's also good to have for law school or networking events and future internships and other career development opportunities. Some people can read cases using a single color, but I am not one of those people. I book brief all of my cases because it's faster than... So multicolored highlighters have been key to distinguishing between the facts, reasoning, and conclusion sections of a case, to name a few. When book briefing, I use 6 different colors: yellow for facts, purple for procedural history, blue for issues, pink for rules, orange for reasoning/analysis, and green for conclusion. I also use a black pen for any handwritten notes. Some people go even further by color coding their pens as well, but that's just too much work for me. Law school was the first time that I've used a book stand consistently. Law students spend a lot of their time with their heads in their textbooks, study aids, and supplemental materials. So it's important to have a book stand to relieve some of the pressure off of your shoulders from bending over and reading. As a law student, or just as a student in general, you will probably take your laptop with you to class every day, making portability very important. Although I carried a laptop with me to class, I did see some people using iPads or with a portable keyboard or their equivalent as well. This is something I've only adopted earlier this year at home. I found it super helpful. Using my lap desk, I can sit on the floor and get a different view, which helps when I'm getting tired, and stretch my legs. Some law school professors are more old-fashioned and like to give out paper handouts, making it important to keep a folder with you to hold physical documents. 1L summer applications and interviews come up quickly as a law student, so you should have a few interview outfits, including at least one black blazer. That way you don't have to spend your precious and very limited time as a law student trying to figure out what to wear for an upcoming interview. And it also gives you more flexibility to find something that you like, that fits you, and is reasonably priced. I highly recommend getting a physical copy of the Blue Book for law students. This is a resource that most, if not every law school uses in their 1L legal research and writing class, as well as for law school journals. The reason why I recommend having a physical one is because it's easier, in my opinion, to flip through the pages of a physical book rather than looking at it as a PDF or equivalent online. The padded straps are key here. Law school textbooks are heavy and often don't come in digital forms. In any case, I wouldn't recommend a digital law school textbook. Just because it's, as I've mentioned, it's easier, in my opinion, to flip through the pages of a physical textbook rather than an e-file or PDF with nearly 1,000 pages. My law school operates on the quarter system, so I have 2 to 3 classes per day. Since I book brief, I have to bring my casebooks with me to each of those classes. Some classes may even be back-to-back, so you don't have time to run to your locker in between classes. So instead, you have to bring your books for all of those classes with you. Each casebook weighs approximately 5 pounds, and 10 pounds is a lot of weight to put on your back, especially if you have to walk uphill, as is the case for my law school. Although you may be able to at least sometimes carry these textbooks in your arms, if it's raining or cold outside, you may prefer to stick them into your bag instead, which is why those padded straps are so important. These books are good for preparing for class, as some professors like to ask about the nitty-gritty of each case. It is, however, sometimes difficult to extrapolate the rule of each case, which is what you need for the law school exam itself. That's why supplemental readings and study aids are so important. If your professor doesn't have any recommendations for you, Barbary is a popular and, in my opinion, very helpful resource. I cannot stress this one enough. Growing up and throughout university, I never used multiple screens. I only used my laptop screen. And I think my eyes paid the price for that during the COVID-19 pandemic because I had to get glasses just 1 year into the pandemic. In addition to protecting your eyes, having multiple screens also helps to boost efficiency by allowing you to view multiple windows at once. I like to listen to lo-fi music while I'm studying, so headphones are a key part of my back-to-school list. Some websites will recommend that you buy noise-canceling headphones, but that's only necessary if you prefer studying in complete silence. The ones that I have are just regular, non-noise canceling ones that I bought for about $40, at least a few years ago now. I drink at least 1 cup of tea each day, so travel thermoses are essential to me. I also like to bring a reusable water bottle though, because hydration is key. This one is essential for me because I have trouble waking up on time if I haven't had my 8 to 10 hours of sleep. This problem only gets worse when it's dark outside, as is the case in Seattle during the winter time. This is a really important one. In law school, it's so easy to forget why you went to law school in the first place, especially during your 1L year. The first year of law school is full of doctrinal classes, and it's so easy to forget that there is life outside of law school, especially when you're spending 60 to 70 hours per week just doing and thinking about law school. One of my own pick-me-ups is one of my mom's crochet creations, which reminds me that even though I'm living away from home in a place without family or friends, my mom is still supporting me from overseas. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, just so you know, I'm planning on making another video with some apps and non-physical items that I found particularly helpful as a law student. Bye-bye!